Welcome. BitmonkeyTV, episode 107. I had to double check. It's been a minute. I know we took a little break. It was a much needed break. Everybody's okay, but I came down with the the vid. And in my opinion, it's just a gnarly version of like a flu-like symptoms. It didn't help that I had an infected tooth abscess. So still haven't gotten that taken care of, but I go in on Thursday. So we'll see how I'm feeling after the dentist appointment to do the stream on Thursday. I might sit that one out depending on how I'm talking, but reason I took such a long-winded break there was half of my face was just puffed out, like so much pain, insane. Yo, what's up, Dream? 7, yeah, 107. I got a new setup, as you can tell, new desk. It's just a really, really large dining room table, but I like workspace like that. And if only you saw the other side, it's dope. I just need to get one more cable. I didn't plan to have so many screens, but I have this new screen on a Joby mount on that light stand behind the camera. And normally I have the feed so I can look at myself up there. But so if you see me looking down, I'm really looking at the feed. But, you know, we'll get that working on the next episode. And if not the next episode, by next Tuesday. Was cracking. All right. So where did we leave off? Where did we leave off? I believe it was not financial advice and do your own research. It was duo. So being a Tech Tip Tuesday type of theme, we're going to go into straight up, just as always, this is not financial advice. Anything you hear here, please, always do your own research. Always make your own decisions. All right. Nobody's responsible for you spending your money, Ethereum, Bitcoin, whatever you want to call it. Okay. We're just jamming, trying to help educate, trying to help answer questions, trying to help prevent bad decision making. And yeah, so I hope everybody enjoys. I need a new chair. This chair is way too low. We're going to get into domains today. We're going to spotlight. I guess we're going to spotlight a project, right? It was just brought to my attention today. So we're going to look into it, and I'm going to show you how I look at domains. I look at when the domain was registered. I look at how long it's registered for. And while certain variables don't matter, right? Because maybe the team is only going to register it for 1 year, but you can really see the timeline behind the thinking of a project, right? Like let's say a domain was registered the day before launch. Chances are it's a quick cash grab. Like if they didn't register that domain, that IP, right? Intellectual property that's a part of it, in a way, you're reserving your name for people to visit your website, to mint, to learn more about your project. If that was literally just registered less than a week in advance, chances are it's something I wouldn't mess with. However, if you look into it and you start to see, all right, this project was announced X months ago or X weeks ago, right? And you see the domain was even registered months prior. That means that this person or this group or this team has been planning this for quite some time. So the chances of it being a cash grab, lower, but still doesn't mean it's not, right? So I'm just going to show you this little tip. Hope it helps. Yo, what's up, Scotty? Thanks for tuning in. How is everyone doing today? Shout out to the Cozy fam. I gotta spotlight that project before we go into it. Cozy penguins. Just oh so cozy and cute. Oh yeah. If you're a newcomer to the space, please remember there's scams going on left and right. So you see this little banner below right here at the bottom of the video. Just don't give out your seed phrase. Don't give out your private key. None of that. I need to mute Discord because you can probably hear the beeps, huh? Got to get back into it. I did. I'm just going to close that, I guess. Dang. They had a phenomenal drop. Like, I was not expecting it. I was a little upset, right? Free mint, very, appealing. Didn't get to participate in the free mint. Everything except for one. Everything I got was off the secondary because they minted out in less than like 3 minutes. It was insane. It was bonkers. It was also smooth. There was no gas war, at least not in the thousands, right? It did jump up to about 200 Gwei, but I believe there was other things going on at the time as well that contributed towards that. But efficient coding done. Shout out to the team over at Cozy Reef, who is responsible for the Cozy Penguins and the Cozy verse in general. I'm excited to see what they do, what they continue to do. And the artist is just fucking phenomenal. Tim draws. There's a little teaser, some alpha that they brought him on full time. So Tim is now a full-time artist for the Cozy verse. And a few of the team members did sacrifice getting paid for X period of time until things keep moving along. We're going to check out the secondary real quick. I know this has nothing to do with what I was about to show you, but just wanted to shout them out. This is all. Look at that. So look at that. Already 1.1 thousand Ethereum in volume traded off of a free mint that is not even a week old, or maybe a week old now at this point. Fucking bonkers. Show me another project like that. On-Chain Monkey is the one that comes to mind, right? That is doing good, that has grown significantly, and I'm excited for the On-Chain Monkey Karma drop. I believe that's happening here in March. Nevertheless, shout out to the team. Shout out Scotty. Shout out everybody. Let's get you guys on the show. Why not? Let's go over here. Ratio of scam projects, rug pulls, cash grabs to legit projects have gotten worse the past 6. Very good point. So going back to the topic of the episode. There's so many cash grabs. There's so many scams, right? And I get it. There's groups of people who are riding these waves, who are in a way contributing, right? Because they're grinding for whitelist access, they're getting it, and they're flipping them, right? You get it for X amount, hype builds up, you flip them for whatever and make your ETH, your 2 ETH. Somebody eventually gets left holding the bag, right? And it is what it is. It's something we can't prevent at the moment, but it will die down. The opportunity window will close. So it's just best to learn how to do your own research early on, so you make that decision if you want to go down that road and play along, or if you just want to invest in a few projects and keep it at that. Keep it simple. Keep it blue chips in your mind, right? Yup. What's up, Slim? Thanks for tuning in, man. How you doing today? Miss you too, buddy. So, anybody who's curious, yesterday, Valentine's Day, I had to cancel the team meetings because I know I'm pretty much the only single one. There might be one other. There is one other. I'm not going to call them out. Nevertheless, I was like, had to be mindful of the holiday. So the team didn't meet on Mondays like we normally do. So it's like, it feels like it's been a month. And then on top of that, I haven't streamed in a good minute. So yeah. All right, let's get to it. So this project was brought to my attention today. Shout out to Sven, aka Road to VCon. Excited to share some sneak peeks of something. I digress. I need to stop talking. Sent me this link, right? Now, as many of you can guess with my dreads, yes. Ain't no shame. Ain't trying to hide it. Doesn't mean I'm going to go into this project just because of that, right? However, I'd like to practice searching the domain when it was registered, who it was registered to. In most cases, you can't figure that out if done properly on the registration front. But you can see when it was registered as you start to look into the team behind the project. So we're really skipping a lot of other things I look at first and foremost, because I just wanted to show you this idea of checking when the domain was registered first and foremost. You can go to something called who.is. And I was checking, little sneak peek, got a little something cracking off with bitmonkey.pt. I registered it. For some reason, it says registered in 1970. That's false. But what we want to do, that's alpha for another day. But we just want to simply go in, grab that domain. And I actually think that this is the wrong domain. They had two domains. They had a .game and a .com, I noticed. But this website is completely built out there. Dang. All right. Let's go see what who.is brings up here. You know what? I've found don't put in the www, but it's not even finding it. Maybe it just doesn't. Normally works better with .com. Let's go grab their .com from the Discord. And always, always, always when you're looking, go to the official links right here. In any given Discord, if you don't see an official links somewhere in the Discord, proceed with caution. Could be a scam out the gate. But a lot of the times the teams will build out that channel as they progress, right? As people request it. So it's weedgang.nft, but it forwards. So we can just check that .com. They have a forwarder to .game. So no matter how many times you type in weedgang.nft.com, it'll forward to the .game domain, which is also, in a way, a good sign. The fact they even purchased two different domains, right? If it was a rug or a scam or something for a quick cash grab, they wouldn't have spent more than they absolutely needed to spend on registering a domain to take your money, right? So now, in the grand scheme of it, a couple bucks. It's really not that big of a deal. But it just shows, and I like this. All right, this is a great example, everybody. What we see out the gate here, I don't like GoDaddy. Boo. Great commercials, great marketing, horrible customer service, horrible hosting services. Back in my IT days, any website or infrastructure, email servers being hosted through GoDaddy, they weren't hosted through GoDaddy much longer. Horrible, just fucking horrible. I'm dogging on them so bad right now. It's funny though. Expires in 2023. You normally don't see this, even for me with new projects out the gate. Depending on the domain, if it's something I want to make sure I don't forget to renew, I'll reserve it a couple of years. However, I generally have things on auto renew once a year. But this one shows they registered the domain back in November last year, and they put it on a 2-year mark for this particular domain. Now, keep in mind, this domain forwards to the .game. You can also do the ICANN lookup, but might save that one for another day. So out the gate, I like the fact they reserved this for 2 years. It shows that, hey, there's a slimmer of hope that this isn't a cash grab. Not to say that it is, but it just gives you that peace of mind knowing, like, all right, it wasn't registered for 1 year. That's a good start. So I hope this was helpful. Don't forget who.is. You can go in and type in any domain in most cases. I know there's a lot of new different URLs, right? The ending .co, you have .ca for Canada. There's a .something for everything now. This database doesn't pick them all up, okay? So this is the old school method of looking up .coms, right? And .net works, .org works, .co should work no problem. Pretty much anything you see on this list on the screen, you should be able to check. Oh, I think we're going back to the Valentine's Day comment. You know, I hear that the longer you're married, the less the day not matters, but the less energy that goes towards that day, especially with a family, especially with kids. So I tip my hat off to you. Not there yet. I'll know what that feels like eventually, but until then, I'm gonna keep doing my thing. Solo dolo. I forgot to make a new banner for this one. And yeah, that was a quick tech tip. I wanted to keep this one short and brief. and then jam with the audience. Do you have any questions about what you just saw? Was that helpful? Would you use that advice? Would you use that strategy, so to speak, when looking at whether or not you want to give attention to a project, right? Because it could be something as little as that for me to just X. Now, as we proceed further, now that we're done with the tech tip portion, let's look into the team. Let's start looking into my process. Looking at the Discord, it's good to see it's not too hyped up. The mint date's coming up on March 2nd. The mint price is humble. It's less than a 0.1. I love to see that. Anything bigger than a 0.1, look at the people behind the project, right? Punk's comic was a pure gamble. Series 1, that was a 0.2. That was a pure gamble. Nobody knew, right? But VFriends, the lowest token was a 0.5. Gary Vaynerchuk, right? All right, justified in my opinion. But like Steve Aoki, for example, sorry, I got to call you out, buddy. I saw a post by Tom Bilyeu about a partner thing of getting early access to mint something that he's doing under his name through the Impact Theory Founders Keys. And I was excited. I was like, all right, the real first one that I want to get involved in. And then I go and look, it's a 0.25 mint and it's a 25,000 unit supply. 25,000 times 0.25. I'm sorry. Come on. Don't do that. I didn't mint. Just didn't even want to give it the time of day. Too big of a name. His net worth's already, I think, 100 million, if not more. He can afford to do whatever he's trying to collect, right? And that was just a big neg for me. Even with a doxed team, even with being recommended by Tom Bilyeu, as always, do your own research. This is not me dogging on Tom. This is not me dogging on Steve. This is me dogging on the team who set that price, because I know Steve didn't set that price. I know he did not set that price. That is a business corporate pricing structure. And that was priced for a reason, to make sure everybody was compensated, win or lose. Now, this is pure speculation on my part, but it was too much. It felt cash grabby to me. Felt way too cash grabby to me. Yeah, it's a joke, especially an established name like that. Go with a free mint. Let the market decide how much your project is worth. Let the market decide how much you should get. That's how every project should operate. And I want to shout out to OX Quit. Shout out to Dream Joker, that pinned comment. OX Quit on Twitter provides some just spectacular insight from the development front. But he brought something up interesting that no projects are adopting yet. And it might be the standard moving forward, that the mint price gets locked into a wallet for X period of time, and then gives the minter the option, should they want to back out the project within the allotted time frame, they can burn their token, go to the website. Devs would have to plan for this in most cases, right? Unless you just send it to the null address and there's something in the contract that automatically executes this plan. But give it a time frame. Should that person say, fuck this, I'm out, like I don't want this, right? 2 weeks in, whatever the time frame, you burn that token, you get your money back minus transaction fees. I want to see more of that. I want to see every project adopt that. It's going to help prevent so many cash grabs. And if that's the framework moving forward, I mean, there's going to be less money lost. There's going to be less people holding the bags. Yeah, no, that it was too cash grabby. And Steve Aoki, if you're ever watching this, man, check your team. Check your team. Tom Bilyeu, I love you, but you've changed my life. But don't go share a project that's cash grabby field like that. A 25,000 unit supply. Come on. If it was a 3,000 unit supply or something low underneath 5,000, then that 0.25 would have been justified. But with such a large, and that was only half. They were minting another 25,000, by the way, that was going to be used for community giveaways going into, I forget, the 0.25 was enough to turn me off of the project at the gate. So I didn't do too much research, but there was actually technically 50,000 in this supply, right? But they were only selling 25,000. Still fucking cash grab all day. So proceed with caution. All right. I know we all have a favorite artist. We all have a favorite person. Is that price justified? Like, I almost didn't mint as many V friends as I did because, you know, while I know Gary V, it's like, I don't know him personally, but he also changed my life. His content over the years helped me become a better person. Hands down, him and Tom. That's why I respect every single post. I look at it and I decide whether or not I want to act on it. And I will give Tom Bilyeu shout out on that front. He said DYOR as always, because he knew that it was steep. He knew it was steep. He still posted it because, hey, you know, Steve Aoki apparently is a good friend. They have a lot of things planned together. And I am excited to get in on some free mints through that Impact Theory Founders Key. If you like them, they'll probably be 0.1 in a few weeks. Alpha. Any mint like that out the gate, right? Just wait a few weeks. The hype dies down. I don't know if I want to bring up hate beasts, but you know, if you got in on that whitelist, if you got one, I hope you profited. I hope you took your monies and ran. That's what I would have done after seeing the render errors. You know, with a project with that much hype behind it, come on, don't mess up on something like that. Have a well-defined QA process, quality assurance process, and make sure that stuff like that doesn't happen. And if it does, it should, in theory, be far few in between of the collection, right? It shouldn't be one attribute across the whole collection. And that'll essentially make that one a little more rare. Yeah. So I squirreled. This is good. I like it. I like it when I squirrel. Good stuff. Let's go back to it. So back to this project. I want to go check out About Us. I know I can go check the website, but I caught this earlier and I was impressed. Because it really goes in depth about who these people are. I haven't looked whether or not they're real, right? But there's a lot of background behind the team members. And when you see somebody who's been in the cannabis industry for so long, a part of a project, I'm not going to go reading through all this, but this is a good sign, right? And as we start to dig a little further, less than 10,000 members, they haven't hyped up insanely, you know, to the point where it's like 40,000, 50,000, 100,000. I'm going to share my little 2 cents. Anytime I come across a project that has more than 50,000 Discord members and I just got to it, I'm done. I ain't going to chase the hype. You're already too far back. That's also hinting towards a shitload of bots. Not saying every time that's the case, but when you discover a project and you're so far behind that hype cycle, you got to ask yourself why you're there. Do you believe in the team? Do you know who's launching this project? Do you know who's backing it? Do you trust them? Right? If so, then it's not too late for you. But if you're just hopping on because it's a new project and you're intrigued at the low mint, I just don't like chasing things like that. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. You know what I mean? You'll come across a project at the right time. Yep. That's right. You got one. Good shit. Well, hey, you know, at the end of the day, it was a low mint. So even if it's down from its peak, you're still on the green. You know, that's one thing I always got to remind people of is like, and I'm not saying that this is Hate Beast's number, but we're just going to spitball some numbers here. Let's say we got an elephant project that just launched, right? And the fucking hype was insane. And pre-reveal, right? Before they revealed which one you got, right? Let's say it was 10 Ethereum and you minted it for 0.05, right? All right, fuck. That's a big profit. Great. Something happens. Jeopardizes the legitimacy of the project to an extent where it's down to a 1 Ethereum floor. That's a 1/10 of what you could have gotten if you would have just flipped it, right? Now, bear in mind that you still only minted for 0.05. So fuck it, you're in the green, right? If it's something you don't believe in, I'd rather have 1 Ethereum than none, right? From a 0.05 mint, right? I'd rather have 1 Ethereum than a 0.25 from a 0.05 mint. So yes, it may not be at the peak of what it was. It may get there again, but that's something you got to ask yourself. Do you want to continue to stick into that project? Do you want to continue to stick around and hold on to that NFT? Do you see any glimmer of hope? And if you do, follow your gut, follow your instinct. 9 times out of 10 is right. And that 1 time is wrong. At least you learned the lesson, you know, and at least you stuck true to you. We need to meme this. We need to quote this. Nobody ever went bankrupt taking a profit. Like green is green, as Gary Vaynerchuk would say. Green is green, which is why I got so many of those epic tokens. I switched up my strategy as soon as I saw that and realized that was the thing. I was like, oh, wait a second. In theory, the epics of the VFriends collections, like on a rarity scale, there's really less of them than spectaculars if you do the math. So there might be something cooking down the road with those epic VFriend tokens. Yeah. Hey, and see, still, what was that mint? 0.08. Profit is profit. Nobody ever went broke taking profit. Yeah, I remember they climbed to 10. I remember. Yes. Did I flip one? No, I didn't. I kept mine. I think I eventually did flip one for another reason to move into another project, which I can't remember if I regret or not, if I'm being honest. I'm just grateful to be as involved as I am in these communities, especially the ones that were pure gambles and turned out to be blue chips in the making. And you really just don't know. Sometimes, I love this squirrel. Sometimes you just got to go with it. Make the mistake. Take that leap of faith. Don't fucking go look at these domains. Don't go look at the team. If you like something, yes, go look at those things. I'm not telling you not to do your own research, but sometimes you just got to go with it, you know? And I got to remind everybody here, if you're in the NFT space, if you're buying, trading, selling, only put in what you're willing to see go to zero. We've been seeing a lot of ups and downs, whether we're going to go to war or not, right? And when I say we collectively as a world, right? Could be the next World War III, right? We don't know, but you're seeing it affect these markets and people's decision-making, right? You really see the short-term thinkers versus the long-term thinkers. If I'm being honest, like 1 ETH is 1 ETH, 1 BTC is 1 BTC. The sooner that people recognize that and live by that, we're going to see less volatility in the market. Mark my words, quote me, whatever. That's my belief, right? It's the short-term thinkers, it's the traders, it's the ones who react to worldwide news, right? Oh, I got to liquidate. I got to make sure I got cash in my bank account. Come on now. We know long-term. If you're here, long-term Bitcoin and Ethereum, that's the way to go. I know there's a lot of others too. And if you have, like I was saying earlier, if you got a gut feeling about a project, go buy 1,000 of those tokens, especially if they're only a couple bucks a pop. It's worth the gamble. Forget about it. Put it in cold storage. Don't forget the private key though. Don't forget your password. Oh man, I can't. I'm not even going to go down that road. But I know there's a lot of my peers who have over the years forgotten how to get access to certain wallets. And those wallets have a nice chunk of change. More notably is the story about the dude in the UK who the housekeeper or someone threw away a thumb drive or an old hard disk, or maybe he did, and it's at a dump. And he's been searching the dumps for the past decade, pretty much, past 8 years, and still hasn't found it to my knowledge. So good luck, sir. Good luck, sir. And I hope if somebody finds it, I hope that you encrypted it well enough to where you didn't just leave the password on the disk as well in plain old text, because that would be a noob move right there. You kind of deserve it. It was never yours to begin with. Yeah. Nevertheless, this isn't an episode about FUD, but we should probably spotlight the word FUD for a future episode. Some squirrel moments. Yeah, I think that's going to be a wrap. I got the message I wanted to get across. So for today, comment right now if you're watching this live. And if you're just tuning in and you haven't tuned in a while, we're doing something new here where we're handing out POAPs for live viewers and commenters only. So if you're on YouTube or Twitch, I can see your comments. I can't see who you are on the number counter. So go ahead, make a little comment. I've already taken note of who's been here and who's been commenting, and I'll be reaching out to you in the DMs with a POAP link. Down the road here in the next 5 weeks, I'll be doing the first giveaway. And the only way to qualify is if you hold POAPs from BitmonkeyTV. And the only way to acquire the POAPs from BitmonkeyTV, you got to be tuning in live. You got to be interacting. It's more than just watching and leaving a comment on YouTube. It's just encouraging people to catch the time live and come jam and ask questions, because I'm here to answer questions as best I can. From my perspective, from my point of view, with my experience. Doesn't mean I'm right. Doesn't mean I'm wrong, right? Doesn't mean what I know is better than the other, but I'm just here to serve. I'm here to help teach. That's what it's all about. I'm here to jam. All right. So I've given enough time, squirreled off enough. Win teaser. All right. So full transparency, I bought another 2 today. Win Discord link. Discord link right there. Bam, bam. Let's go back to the comments. So teaser. Win teaser for what, though? We got a lot that we're working on. So are you talking about the teaser of the giveaway for the first POAP NFT? Teased it right there. It's an NFT. I actually did mention that on a previous episode. Let's go ahead and shout out that project. I will tell you what it is. Why not? I will tell you what it is. Give me a second. Shout out to the team over at The Secret Food Society. That's all I'm going to say. That's the teaser. Go look at their Genesis collection. There's only 100 tokens. They're coming out with a Series 2 here in a couple months. I need to tune into their lodge, their weekly lodge. I just put it in my calendar. So hopefully I don't miss one moving forward. I think I made the first one and that was it. But they're doing something special. And the first NFT giveaway is going to be one from their Genesis collection. It's going to be, you can guess which one if you look in my wallet. It's the roast chicken, the only one I don't eat anymore, right? Because I got a tomato and a mango. I'm excited to see what they do here moving forward. It's a project that rewards their token owners unlike any other project I've seen so far, right? In this first year of me operating in the space, it's almost coming up on a year anniversary for me creating my primary wallet that I'm using. Yeah, they're doing amazing things over there. So if you haven't heard of this project already, I'm going to pull up a link on the screen and shout out to the team over there. I'm excited for your NFT to be the first one because they're already selling on the secondary for a nice chunk of change, like 0.25. Here we are at BitmonkeyTV giving away an NFT that's worth 0.25 minimum. The fuck? Where are you going to get that anywhere else? I know you might find another place, but the hype behind it, the odds of you winning it are that much lower, right? This is a small audience. And the only way to win that NFT is going to be through holding a POAP, from tuning in live, from interacting, from commenting. So if you're watching this on Twitter, I can't see you, can't see any comments if you are making any comments. So hop on over to Twitch and YouTube right now before we end the stream. And that way I can note down your name. Hey, that's all. Look at this, right in the comments. So we're big Secret Food Society holders over here, right? We got a lot of people who tune in live here on BitmonkeyTV who are a part of that community, and they can vouch for how awesome the community is, how rewarding they are to these Genesis token owners. So that's why I'm excited for this to be that first one, because I'm going to time it right to where they're launching Series 2 in a week or two after the giveaway. So as soon as we have a more solidified date on their Series 2 launch, just know that being a Genesis token owner, you will benefit from that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And it was a 0.1 mint, by the way. 0.1, right? A little more, right? If I'm not mistaken, Gary. So it, like, going back to what we were talking about earlier in the episode, it kind of like, it didn't feel cash grabby because it was only 100 unit collection, right? Going back to like these variables where, all right, it's a 0.1, but is it a 10,000 collection? Generative? Something that looks like it was pumped out really quickly? No, it was 100 Genesis tokens. And it's cool, fun art with like food as the head of a person. I might as well just show the teaser, but one we're giving away, huh? Birdie babbled on long enough, so I'll show you everything here. Yeah, the name's great. Watch them rebrand to Illuminati. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Yep. A little roast chicken for anybody curious. A little roast chicken with some Thug Life glasses. I already know somebody in the audience who loves to get things with these glasses. And best of luck to you, good sir. All right. And then here's their Twitter. I'm going to post it up. For anybody watching the recording who couldn't tune in live, just know every single day I'm going to be handing out POAPs for live viewers, so you still have a chance. Go give them a follow. Tell them BitMonkey sent you. Say hello. Series 1 sold out, as you can see on their Twitter. Series 2 coming soon. You got the Discord link, everything you need there. Link to the collection. And I'm excited for that one. I'm excited to see that team and that project grow. We squirreled quite a bit today, but I wouldn't have it any other way. So I'm just taking note of. Cool. Anybody else? If I missed you, you haven't made a comment yet, now is your last chance. Leave a comment live right now. Say something. You want to qualify for the POAP? Say something. You better be in the BitMonkey Discord as well, too, because that's generally my reference point for anybody tuning in. I just DM you through Discord. In some cases, I'll DM through Twitter if we're not friends on Discord, because I do have Discord secured to a point where, and I know other people do at this point as well, to where you disable DMs from randos, where I recommend you do that. Unless you're a friend with somebody on Discord, disable DMs, because people are still getting scammed. And as much as I'd love to say it's sad to see, you can only beat your head against a brick wall for so long until you realize it's not a good idea, right? So I don't know. If somebody keeps reminding you to do something and you don't do it, don't blame anybody else. Don't blame the scammer. Look in the mirror and then learn from your mistake. That's all I can say. I'm not even going to say that in a nice way. Hey, appreciate you. Hey, hop in the Discord. I'm not sure who you are exactly, so come say hello in the general chat, the talk chat of bitmonkey.gg/Discord. Hey, I appreciate you too. I don't think I and without squirrel ado, I take that back. One more squirrel. Without squirrel ado, it's been another episode of BitmonkeyTV, episode 107, a mini series, part 2, I believe, of a mini series titled "Not Financial Advice and Do Your Own Research," where today we focused on a tip, a very, very brief tech tip on how to look up domain registration for any given NFT project, whether it's a .com, a .org, a .io. Works, by the way. Probably should have given you an example. And it's just another thing to look at. I know there's already a lot to look at as far as Twitter, as far as Instagram, if you use that as a measuring, as a way to measure a project legitimacy, so to speak. Which, by the way, when you find an artist who's been posting their style of art with personal doxed photos for many, many years before their NFT project, very good sign. Which, by the way, I'm going to shout out Cozy Penguins again. Tim Draws is a shining example of what I love to see in an artist from an NFT project. He's been practicing his craft for quite some time. His style has not changed. He did not just appear for this NFT space. He did not just appear out of nowhere and start posting photos. I'm not going to mention any other projects right now, but I think I am going to bring one up that I might have made a bad decision on recently. And it's because this little tip I shared, looking at the domain, I noticed it was just registered, but apparently this artist has been doing their thing for quite some time, but the proof of everything is the opposite, right? Could just be some scammers and hackers pretending to be this person, right? And going through this method of scamming. Nevertheless, we'll bring that up on the next episode. So thank you so much for tuning in. Shout out to everybody. Much love. Catch you in the Discord. Please, please, please hop in the Discord if you have any questions. Hope you have a great rest of your day. And I'll catch you Thursday for episode 108 of BitmonkeyTV, part 3 of the mini series titled NFA and DYOR. Until next time. Peace.